Hello everyone, this is Showtime 112. We're continuing with our historic reenactments. We are now in 1982 and we're taking part in Operation Peace for Galilee. This was a code name for a full-scale Israeli invasion of Lebanon. Some general objective was to create a buffer zone in the south of the country, thus denying the Palestinians the ability to use Lebanese territory to mount attacks against Israel. There was already a civil war going on in the country. Israel made an alliance with the Christian militia. Syria was also heavily involved. So when the Israelis made their move, Syrians decided they were not very happy about it. So they attempted to prevent them. But eventually things turned out very badly for them. Syrian Air Force had introduced some new fighter types. Since 1973 war, they were MiG-23 and MiG-25, but this has proven to be inadequate because Israel had also introduced two new fighter types. They were American fourth-generation fighters F-15 and F-16, and in the conflict which followed over the skies of Lebanon, Syria found itself on the wrong end of one of the worst defeats in the history of aerial warfare. Israelis claimed more than 80 air-to-air kills without a single air-to-air loss. And that wasn't the end of it. The Syrian air defense system, which worked so well in the Yom Kippur War and which caused lots of headaches to Israelis back then, the system was now rendered useless. Israeli Phantoms, armed with some new weapons and using some new tactics, managed to destroy almost all the batteries which Syrians deployed in the Bekaa Valley of Lebanon to protect their forces. Now this was quite important for our Skyhawk because Skyhawk in the early 80s was already an outdated system. However, it could still be a very capable close air support platform, and in conditions of air superiority it could roam freely over battlefield and be used to its full extent. We are leading a flight of 4 Air Force Skyhawks from 116th Squadron, which was then known as the Flying Wing Squadron. We are going toward Lebanon, to close air support station over Lake Karun, and we are armed with Mark 82 general purpose bombs. We have now arrived over the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon, but our objective has changed a bit. Instead of providing close air support, we will be doing some interdiction. A large column of Syrian tanks was spotted heading towards Beirut, and we will attack them with our Mark 82 bombs. They are supposed to be on the road just after that small town. Yeah, we can see them now, just after that bridge. Bombs away. Couldn't see any secondary explosions. This was probably a miss, but never mind, let's go around for another pass. Seems that one of our wingmen scored a hit. Or possibly not. Oh, those were hits. Alright, I think we finally nailed one. We are now out of bombs, but in reality Skyhawks, after expending all of their bombs, they actually engaged the tanks with a series of strafing passes. Now, I'm not sure how effective Skyhawks guns could have been against tanks, but since they actually did it, so we'll do the same thing. Let's strafe a little. This is definitely it. We have expanded all of our ammunition and we are now heading back to Tel Nof Air Base. This mission is a very good illustration what air superiority really means. Once you achieve it, you can use even your outdated assets very, very efficiently. Similar to 1967, when Israelis also employed in the final days of the Six-Day War, they employed even their light trainers as attack aircraft. And we're back at Tel Nof Air Base. In reality, on this occasion, Skyhawks managed to destroy about 5 or 6 Syrian tanks. Of course, some more modern platform with guided weapons would have caused a lot more damage, but this was still pretty good. Skyhawks continued to serve in Israeli Air Force for quite a few years, occasionally being used for combat missions over Lebanon, until finally retiring somewhere around 2015. In those final years, they were mostly used for training purposes. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to press the like button. This is very important for the channel. Feel free to comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And keep watching Showtime 112.